All right, guys, let's try to get this thing started here. I'm going to be basically drawing this 1957 Karmann Ghia. I've already picked out my color. I think I'm going to go with this color like this, probably this red. But just to get started here, I'm going to go ahead and start inking in the black parts of this car. I'm starting up a new stance as well. One of the areas that I've been thinking about trying to do is kind of just develop things. And as a cartoonist, as you continually grow and improve, you'll find some things that work and some things that don't. And that's okay. With this style, I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. I want my wheels to be more like triangles rather than ovals. And so it's just a style that I've been messing with. And I wanted to see how it turns out on this drawing here. So basically just kind of roughing in the shape right now. There we go. Let me switch my pen up here. I'm not really happy with that one. Okay, throwing down my, basically my rough design of my road. There we go. Now when I do all my cars, typically I throw in all my dark shades first, then I'll go back and I'll add highlights and things like that to it. But for right now, I'm just going to kind of lay everything down this way. And sorry guys, I'm not really looking at my phone. If you can ask questions, I can't really answer your questions. I will go back and review it though when I'm done. But if you like what you see, you like my work, you can follow me at micadoodles.com. You can go to my website, you can check it out. But for right now, I'm going to basically throw a line around here. I'm just going to do a quick sketch today because I've got another one to do tonight for a client. This is basically a freebie, so I'm just going to bust it out real quick. Probably post it on Instagram later, but this is what I like to do. Put that guy in like that. Okay, so for the color of this car, I've chosen to go, let's do this. Let's try this one out. Let's try this color. All right, so again, let's start inking this bad boy in. Most of the time I've taken most of my pencil stuff and I've lightened it up a little bit. Sometimes what you might notice is if you've got a drawing and you've done it and you feel pretty comfortable with it, rather than sketching over your original piece, either make a photocopy of it or you need to take that in and erase some of the lines on top. And that's kind of what I did with this one, is I basically took and erased some of the lines on top so that you can kind of see it in there, but it's not as dark as it normally would be. So really, I'm kind of laying down a base coat real quick, kind of real rough when I start out, lay down the color of my car. It's also important to remember where your shadows are at, where your light source is coming from. I'm going to be having my light source coming from this way, so I want this side of the car to be a little bit darker. And again, everybody, you know, there's lots of different artists out there who do pen and ink renderings. A lot of good sources out there on YouTube. If you're getting into this or wanting to learn, I've kind of just taught myself, but there's definitely lots of helpful places out there where you could learn if you wanted to get some more ideas on how to ink. But this is the style basically that I do. I kind of lay in my first sketch, then I'll build it up from there. Basically something like that. Okay, roughly. I may actually mix a couple colors on here too. So I'm going to hit in some chrome right now, just in some of these areas. I want my hitting here, my lights. This thing should probably take me half an hour to get done. It shouldn't be too long. Again, trying something different with these rims, so it's going to be a little bit different than what I'm used to, but I think it'll be fun. There we go. Something kind of like that. Put that guy in there like that. Kind of working kind of quick here. Adding some chrome, some grays as well. Now these colors are definitely going to go on darker, and they definitely lighten up when you get closer to the end, or you add another, you let them dry. You'll notice that as I'm inking and going along here. But right now I'm just trying to get a basic feel for it, so I'm going to just be laying down colors kind of fast, kind of sloppy, but that's okay. You guys will see it as it begins to develop here. Let's see here. 1/16 is going to be my shadow color. There we go. I'm missing my light blue. There we go. Kind of keeping it simple. Actually, might as well. Let's just go ahead and ink this guy in right here. Try something out here. There we go. Okay, now for my darker grays, I said about 114, 111, 109. She needs like a 104. That's what I need. 105, 104. That'll work. 103 will be good. Kind of hit up some spots in there. Oh my God, my doorbell's ringing. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, guys, sorry, I'm back. Someone came to the door, so I was right in the middle of inking this thing out. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this green here, just because I know where my highlights are going to be, I'm going to go ahead and throw in my lines with this color to get kind of what I want. And a lot of times it's building up layers. You know, if you know where your highlights are, you just kind of leave that blank and then just kind of fade everything down like that. You can throw a highlight on top as well. Do something like that. I'll probably post this to one of my timeline videos on YouTube. So if you're interested or you want to follow me on that, just search Mica Doodles, and there's a bunch of timelines on there you can see and check out. So kind of like that. Okay, now I'm going to start adding in some of the chrome underneath some of these wheel areas. I really want to make those guys stand out, so I'm just looking for the right color. I mixed all my colors up. All right. 5, this will work. Something like that. Should be fine. All right, now I'm going to take this green right here. I'm going to add it. I'm going to layer on top. So this is actually going to be a darker green right here. And so this color is kind of really going to establish the depth and the shadow on this car. So I'm kind of fading it up from the bottom, as you can see. Put the logo in there a little bit later. Okay, something kind of like that. I could probably do that with inside here as well. Pull this down, pull this up here, lighten it up so it gives you kind of like a light reflection in the middle. Okay, I'm going to darken this up in here. I'll go back and add some stuff to it later. There we go. Those darks really make that thing pop out. So anytime you're going to outline, I typically always outline my cars. This one I already outlined, but typically I like to put a thicker outline on it because it really just makes it stand out more. Some more of a cartoon shape. There we go. Something like that. Let me kick in some ground. There we go. I'll go ahead and darken up inside of here. So right now I'm just kind of creating what's on the inside of the car here. There we go. Roughly something like that. You know what I might try something a little different on this. I'm going to add a little bit of blue in here. I've never done that before, but I'm going to go ahead and just test the waters out on this one. Sometimes you just have to kind of try things, mixing colors, see how it looks. Kind of something like that. That'll be all right. It's kind of got a mixture of teal and green in there like that. Just hit the rims down here then as well. There we go. All right, now I'm going to start in with inking this puppy up. I like to use a Sharpie marker when I do my inking, just to kind of nail everything down. So Gonna be kind of sloppy on this outline job, but that's okay. Again, when I do my cars, a lot of times I'm all over the place. Sometimes I'll start on an area, then I'll kind of jump onto another area without actually finishing it up, and that's okay. That's just how I do it. One of the things I did want to do was I wanted to put this on my Cintiq. Give it a shot. I'll probably do that later. Not tonight, but another time. Sometimes you can go darker blues to really bring out that chrome. Just adding some highlight areas where I want some of this stuff to stand out. There we go. Put that mirror on there, that mirror highlight. Cool. Cool, something like that. That'll probably work. All right, let me put in my color for the Ghia. Kind of do something like that. And then what I'll do is I'll just come around with this green pen, trace around it like this, so it kind of pops out a little more. Kind of looks kind of cool. As soon as I basically got my shape in that I'm happy with, I'll go ahead and add my white highlights to the car, and then that's when it begins to really pop out. But I think I want to add a darker color inside my car. And also on this, what I'm going to do is I'll just pull this guy in here as well. Okay, it's roughly that. Let me go ahead and now take my white pen. If I can find it. start hitting where I'm going to add some of these highlights on this thing. Now you notice that on these rims, or on the hubcaps, I actually put a dark spot, because it's real important, because where that is, that's going to allow this white to pop up a lot more. That after I'm done with that, I'll go in here with my smaller white gel pen, start adding some highlights in here as well. Tweaking some things, fine-tuning some things. And so when I trace these rims, I'm just going to go to the inside of the tire. I'm not going to go directly on the black line. Okay. I do have a door handle in here. I forgot to put in there. That's okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do. These are kind of fun. Add these little dots in here. Then you can just add little stars over the top. something kind of like that. That's about it. There we have it, all done.